Also, the golden at bat possibility. This was on a podcast, I think back in October. The baseball commissioner, Rob Manfred, revealed the golden at bat rule has been discussed at owners' meetings. So he's on a podcast, John Arand, the Puck podcast, and they discussed this golden at bat. Now, he said that there's a variety of rule change ideas right now, but he did say that there was a little buzz around the owners for this golden at bat. Here is the commissioner.
There are a variety of things that are being talked about out there. One of them, there was a little buzz around at an owners meeting, was the idea of a golden at bat. That is, putting your best player out there out of order at a particular point in the game. That rule and things like that are in the conversation only stage right now.
Okay, but you're the commissioner and you said this publicly. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that you don't say, hey, we've discussed this. This feels like this was on purpose. Let me put this out there. But back in October, and nobody reacted to this until now that somebody goes, wait a minute, commissioner's thinking about a golden at bat. So let's say the Yankees have the bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. They could bring up Aaron Judge to the plate, even if it wasn't his turn in the order. A one-time replacement, not a substitution like a pinch hitter. So let's say 7, 8, and 9 are going to be batting, and you decide that you're going to do maybe 7, 8, and then you're going to bring Aaron Judge up. And that's the golden at-bat, a one-time only. I hate it. Hate it. I hate the runner at second base to start extra innings. And I understand this, that you want a younger audience, more excitement. I think the commissioner's done a lot of nice things. I think he's done well. I just don't go too gimmicky. Yes, Todd.
I'm trying to come up with an analogy. Say in the NBA, it's down to, it's a 1-2 point game in the final seconds and a terrible foul shooter gets intentionally fouled. Then you can bring on your best foul shooter to finish up the game.
Yeah.
That would be ridiculous to be allowed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the other analogies are in baseball with other sports, but, to me, a golden at bat, does baseball need that? Like it felt like baseball had a good year, a great year. And now it just feels gimmicky. Like, hey, hold on, time for the golden at bat, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the golden at bat. Now, do you make the bat gold? I mean, how far are we doing this?
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, it appears, the Athletics' Jason Stark wrote about it, that it could only appeal to losing teams, a team that is down at the time, and you could bump up in the lineup, and then Aaron Judge, for example, would go back to his regular place in the lineup if the game kept going on.
Yeah, I don't like this. Yes, Todd.
I think if you do that and there's no outs or 1 out, it should count as 2 outs if that golden bat player doesn't come through. That's 2 outs. Innings over.
No, I'm not adding to an already silly thing.
Aaron Judge is coming up. 1 out, first and second. He grounds out. Actually, it's a double play. Innings over.
No. And then if your team is up by more than 10 runs, then you guys have to pitch blindfolded then to even it out so that then the other team has a better chance of winning.
No mitts. The other team has no mitts.
Oh, no mitts at all.
I would like it if they said, hey, you can decide, you can bring the left field wall in, and then you mobilize it, and then all of a sudden it comes in like 5 feet, or you move it back 5 feet, extra innings, green monster comes out. Yes, Marvin.
Are we turning this into Rock and Jock? Remember MTV used to have a thing, Rock and Jock? You know what? There's a basket. It's worth 80 points.
Oh, yeah, I know. And if you hit it in this little section here, hit this target here, you're going to get... We don't need it. And the commissioner didn't need to bring this up unless he really believes that there's some momentum here. Because that's what commissioners do. Commissioners will get an idea, and then they'll kind of float it out there. Hey, nobody's decided on anything, but you know what? Somebody brought up this the other day. When I hear something like that, the way it's presented, I go, oh, boy. Here it comes. Yes, Todd.
So if the test balloon, using your analogy, isn't immediately popped, they're going to just keep this going and have another round of conversations about something like this?
Yes.
What a waste of time.
If the owners, according to the commissioner, there's buzz amongst the owners. That's the key. The owners employ the commissioner. How about we come up with a dumber idea and we give it to Major League Baseball?
We're just the guys to do it.
Yes. What would you? What's the rule that would, on the surface, it would be like, hey, that's not a bad idea, but we know it's really a stupid idea. It's a crazy idea. Yes, Todd.
If you try to pick somebody off of first base, on the second time, if you don't get him, he gets the base. Run first, gets to go to second.
Okay.
Maybe even one unsuccessful
I don't think
try.
that's that crazy. We've already made the bases bigger. Like, communication, pitch count, they got the Dodgers, Yankees. I mean, they got everything they wanted. This isn't how I would build off of that season in the offseason. We're going to have a Golden at bat. Paulie, you have a dumber idea.
Of course I do, Dan. I'm chock full of them.
You lead the league.
I'm only being partly facetious. If you throw a pitch 100 miles an hour or over, it's not a strike, it's a ball. Discourage pitches over 100. Less Tommy John, more action on the field.
Yeah, but there's a lot of surgeons who are not going to be happy with that.
The surgeon lobby.
Nobody is blowing out their arm anymore. Remember the good old days when you'd blow out your arm? Yes, Eden.
I know, I'm imagining a Tommy John commercial in my head now, where it's like, do you suffer from
ulnar? Yeah, torn ulnar muscle or whatever.
I asked my doctor about Tommy John, and now I've got my life back.
Nothing is everything.
Yes, Todd.
Each batting team has one situation in the game where you could remove one outfielder from the other team, depending on if the guy pulls the ball. All right, the right field is out for this batter.
I like
Every
that.
fourth down, if you're going for it, you're allowed to add in an extra wide receiver if you're on the offense, but your team is losing, and it's a 2-minute drill.
Wait, whose voice
How
is
about
that?
this is what I think we should do, okay? This is what I think we should do. You add an extra wide receiver, 2-minute drill if you're losing.